Vitayamo. Welcome, my friends. Thank you for all of you who are here today. Okay, so today's reading is very open-ended. We're going to just see what you need to hear most today. So before we begin, I'd like to invite you to like, subscribe, comment, share my channel. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find that in my sacred shop. If you want to see other offerings I have, please just look below down in the description box. Okay, so to begin, let's take a deep breath in and out. Just to ground, just to coming in to this space and time, to be open to receive the messages that your loving guides have for you today. So let's welcome them in and say thank you for all that they do to support us in our life. Okay, so we will be starting off today with a crystal medicine oracle. So let's see. The teacher, wolf. And the crystal attached to this is shatukite. I have actually never heard of that before. Okay, I'm going to get my glasses on, take a look at this card. Oh, wow, that wolf is looking pretty intense. Almost staring like directly at me. Now I'm just noticing the clouds, the moon behind the clouds. Looks like there's a shooting star or a comet, which is making me think of wishes. Oh yeah, the last reading was about dreams coming true. Okay, so this wolf is a teacher. Okay, so maybe today we're gonna learn something. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can see who this teacher is. You might be coming into a position of, I don't know if teachership is a word, but you might be. You may encounter a teacher, a mentor. And something about this wolf. You see this sweet, it looks like a little baby coming up. But this teacher is still just so focused. Maybe you're really focused on something right now. Just so focused. Okay, I'm getting mesmerized. We're gonna move on. Let's see what more we can get from this. And where are we gonna go next? Okay, teacher. There. Possibly a new spirit guide, spirit teachers coming in. They're drawing my attention to the mystical shaman oracle decks. Maybe some teachers are appearing. But we're going to start here. Okay, so we got the rattle, cleansing medicine, number 43, which is number 7. Spirituality. Okay, and then let's see here. We'll see what teachings. Maybe that's it. We're going to be getting teachings. I will read the rattle. See what teachings are coming through. Oh, and then the sorcerer. Wow. Powerful. Number 48. 12 reduces to a 3. 3 and 7. 10. Okay, 1. Completion. So something about numbers. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys like to work with numbers. Numerology. Accounting is coming in. I don't know. It's tax season. All right. Sorcerer. Okay, let's see what teachings they've got here that want to come through. So the rattle. There we go. Number 43. Okay, so the rattle is the spirit caller. carrying the shaman's prayers to the 4 directions. The body of the rattle is like the earth spinning on its axis. With the aid of the rattle, the medicine woman instills a desired destiny in her future, closing with the prayer, "Great Spirit, may your will be done." The rattle guides us to pray for all on the earth, not just for our own personal needs. When we offer our prayers for the highest good of all, everything we need is provided for us. Okay. Maybe you've been sending up a lot of prayers. Well, they've been reached. Let's read the sorcerer, number 48. Let's go from there. Okay, the essence of the sorcerer. This is the source of dark power. The sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and the ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. So when the sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed somebody because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. You're given a second chance. Correct your course and practice, not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside you. Make peace with it and choose another way. And the medicine is, have you been feeling out of sorts because you've been faced with your own character flaws and the pain that you inflict on others when you are out of alignment? Radical self-acceptance is called for now. You must reconcile these darker aspects of your nature so you don't behave irresponsibly and cause more harm to yourself and the ones you love. It's time to come out of denial and accept responsibility for your words, deeds. When you meet the energy of the sorcerer with humility, this destructive power transforms into grace, which you can use in service to the highest good. Perhaps it's time to make amends. Do it. It will set you free from the shadows and let you step into the light. Wow, okay. Super intense, super heavy, like so super intense. I felt like I'm abandoning. I'm out. I'm not doing this reading. And honestly, we'll see. We'll see if I even publish this one. I am curious on where we're going because that was like, huh. So I'm just going to put some more smudge on here. We're just going to clear out a little bit of the heaviness. And yeah, let me just take a moment to see what's coming through. So we've got the teacher, the wolf. We have the teachings about the rattle medicine, sending prayers, and then the sorcerer. This is about the shadow, the dark aspects of each of us. I wanted to freak out and go, oh, that's not me. But, that would be a lie, of course. Am I acting out of that right now? Absolutely believe not. However, I'm going to be open for the information coming through and seeing how it resonates, not just with me, but I'm going to be tapping into the collective energy. So first thing I'm feeling called to say is if, I don't know, if you sat and listened to that whole description, just pay attention to how that kind of landed. I sensed a lot of fear, wanting to reject, abandon, abort, run. But let's just see. Let's just see where this goes. So let's go with these tea leaves. Scales, keep your life in balance. Okay, so balancing maybe some heavy and darkness with the light. Okay, throne, positions of authority. With the scales, the throne, that's really giving me, possibly a legal case, judge. Now that could be in this realm, or that could be maybe there's a spiritual court going on. Okay, I want to go to these tea leaves. We got the vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Okay, but the vulture spirit, always to me, and vulture seems to come up in a lot of my readings, is more about transmuting and eating and clearing away things that are poisonous and toxic, not just to us, but to the environment. Okay, but we're going to stay, although you may be worried that someone is against you. It could be connected if you are involved in some kind of spiritual or, material realm court. And wall, misunderstanding. Yeah. I'm hearing just feeling kind of separated, desolate, isolated. And there's this wall. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. All right, they're coming through so quickly I can't even speak. Taking a sip of my tea so I don't trip over my words. Breath in and out. There we go. All right, now, okay, the energy is completely shifting here. All right, this wall card is very significant. It's almost like I got to put this card over there. So I'm curious what that's going to be. But this wall to me is feeling like a boundary to the sorcerer energy. Now, maybe there's some, I'm going to keep this smudge going. Maybe there's some heavier, darker energies. This could be within your lineage, your bloodlines. This could be past lives. This could be karmic, but there's something here. And there's a boundary to it. And look at the vulture. I don't know if this plant is in the way, cutie pie, is facing the sorcerer, right? I see this as your ancestors and guides. They're watching over whatever this darkness is, okay? And they're protecting your boundaries. They're right on top. They're protecting them. Okay, so maybe we'll get some, this is a collective reading. My collective is growing, so it might be a little bit more specific to you guys who are here right now when this reading's being published. So I might be able to get a bit more specific examples, but let's see. We're going here. Yes. Okay, goddess of the moon. Yay, illusion. Not being able to see. I'm talking about getting some clarity and specificity, and look at that. The moon, but this is the goddess of the moon. Look at that waterfall. Lots of water energy. Ooh, this is very deep. Yeah, with this misunderstanding, there might be a lot of illusions. It's hard to see super clear. It's very ethereal. Ethereal. I can't even think how to say that word. Something very magical about that card. Okay, but we're going to go and look at the blues, right? Lots of blues, water, throat chakra. Okay, let's see here. Okay, and woman holding a coin. Ha. All right, you got a familiar with you. This card in particular, like literally if he was in my room, I would put him in the camera so you could see how he looks exactly like this kitty. And whenever I see that, I think of my animal familiar. You know, he's my buddy. He is the one who actually maintains the properties and all the boundaries, the physical boundaries of the house and the spiritual boundaries. Okay, so something about a familiar, being protective. Look at watching, sitting right with you. Oh, watching over your money. Have you been having trouble with money? Okay, that's what's coming through. If you have, all right, the direct message I am getting is don't worry. They are watching over your money or whatever you hold dear to you. Okay, I hope my head isn't keep popping in and out, but whatever. It is what it is, I'm hearing. Aw, so sweet. My goodness. If you have a cat or a familiar, you know, maybe just lay them on your chest or her. Just cuddle with them. They provide this kind of vulture medicine. They'll burn away anything. You know, this might be something on the outside of you, but it might be, you know, your shadow aspects, but it's not so scary anymore. It almost seems kind of silly that when I was reading the description, I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm out. I'm not doing this. I'm bored. Yeah. But now it's starting to feel light and calm. Yeah, the rattle, clearing the energy. Okay, let's see what the archetype has to say. Athlete. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. Wasn't that an interesting description of athlete? About strengthening your spiritual muscles. So how, look at the colors. Holy, they are so in sync. Okay, so look for synchronicities and look at how you are strengthening your spiritual muscles. And yes, please go strengthen your physical ones. It is a very good thing to do. But it's just interesting that this was more around strengthening your spirit. Well, at least that's the feeling I'm getting from that today. And developing your willpower, conviction, being grounded. Yeah. All right. And then let's go here. The alchemist. Yeah, look at, pushed it. Remember? I forgot I pushed it right over. The vulture, transmuting, alchemizing, whatever this dark, heavy energy is. Tarot. I'm hearing tarot will give us a little bit more clues. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. And see, they're not even telling me. Okay, I will read the shadow attribute on this one now. But I didn't read it here. I didn't need to. Misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Oh, yikesies. Sorry, lots of shivers, lots of ickies. Yeah. Okay, so I guess maybe I should explain. So what I heard, I was like, I don't want to go there, but I felt like, we can dive. You know, possibly there's a past life in which either you or you experienced, you know, a dark sorcerer, bad medicine, whatever framework language you want to use. You encounter that in the past life. Or, like I said, this could be something, you know, maybe a dark sorcerer put a curse on your bloodline. And, you know, this sounds really out there, but I'm just going to go with it because it's what I hear. Okay, so if there was something, oh yes, it could have been connected to the moon and the cycles. And since we've got the goddess, we've got the woman holding a coin, these are feminine energies. Okay, it might be on the matriarch, the matrilineal. Am I even saying that? How do I say it? Now my words are getting, ooh, I'm getting interference coming in. Blah. Okay. And yeah, my words, my voice. No, it's interference. Let's clear that away. I wish I had my rattle here. I don't. So we're going to use smudge and sound. And out. Yes, thank you. Whew. Okay, I almost feel like I got lost there. So, where are we going to go? I think we're going to go to tarot now. Which one? Okay. Let's put that one aside. And this is the herbal tarot deck. New to me, not a new deck, but definitely cleansed and charged. So, let's see. What does the collective need to know most about the situation? To the collective's most loving guides, ancestors. Supporting the collective, what do they need to know most today? Okay, what do they need to know most? About this situation there. Feeling the energy calm down a little bit. Ooh, High Priestess, right on the Goddess of the Moon, right? Which is, I don't remember the reading on this, but I have a feeling if I looked, it would say she'd be similar to the High Priestess. And peony, favorite flower. All right, collectives, elevated ancestors, guides. What do they need to know most about this situation? What do they need to know most about this situation? Okay, thank you. What do they need to know most? Thank you. Alrighty. Surprise, surprise. 7 of Swords on this side. Okay. All right. So we got the High Priestess, 7 of Swords, and the Star. All right. So there's healing. Maybe through the teachings. Maybe just by understanding. Making connections, I'm hearing putting pieces of the puzzle together. And look at how cool and like blue these are, right? And that was weird. I just did with my hands. Yeah, maybe that offered something. Ooh. Okay, peony. High Priestess, all the blues, water. Okay, so the question I had in my head is, music is doing something. One moment. Okay, corrected itself. Maybe something about, I felt like I needed to go, make an adjustment, do something, and it just fixed on its own. Okay, there might not be much you need to do other than maybe meditate, connect with the moon, watch moon cycles, star healing. Definitely go by bodies of water. And the question I was going to say when that interruption came through with the music was, okay, what was it? The question in my mind was, what are you healing from? And then bang, 7 of Swords. Lies, betrayals. Okay. And what may those be? I'm saying keep this deck going. Okay, please clarify. Thank you. Okay, please clarify. Thank you. Okay, haha. Okay, sorry. Haha. Yes, another card that has its own specific meaning for me, and that is the Three of Cups. We'll get to that in a moment. Okay, we got parsley. I don't know what that is. Elle campagne. Any French people out there? Wood betony and trillium, but we're going to keep that reversed. So, lovers, clarifying high priestess. Oh, shoot. Here, hold on. New deck, YouTube rules. Let's cover nudity. There we go. All right. You have to censor something. Okay, so the high priestess here. So your intuition is actually really spot on, and it's really spot on with something. I'm seeing her right here as being the high priestess as well. And let's just cover that. It's so ridiculous, but here we go. And do you see the blue in the clouds? Look at the moon goddess. Oh my gosh, these are, okay, this is definitely, I'm going to go with it. This is a lineage reading, and this is the maternal line. So you do have a maternal, well and elevated ancestor here who is connected with the moon, passes down information down through the line, which then comes through. Look at these blue clouds. Looks like sun rays right into her face. And look at her pointing up, paying attention. Pay attention, okay, to what your intuition is. They are your teachers. Okay, I'm hearing the women in your line are your teachers. I'm hearing don't listen to him. Listen to us. So that is going to resonate with hopefully all of you, and you will know exactly what specific situation that means for you. And I feel called to read what just what they say about parsley here. Just want to see what they say about parsley. All right, let's find it, please. The root of parsley is considered an aphrodisiac, and it counteracts impotence. Both the leaves and root are used as a diuretic and digestant. Okay. Symbolically used for lack of love and attraction of others. Okay. It is to magnetize and attract. All right. So how does that play in? Why do I have to read that? Oh my gosh, I'm feeling like a giddy little girl. It's almost like, yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, moving on. Skull cap. We got the star and the Knight of Pentacles. Clarifying the star. Oh, you're definitely getting help in this realm, okay? It's taken a long time to get here, but it is coming. It is definitely coming, and it is going to be the right help. And then clarifying all these lies and thefts, things hidden behind the scenes, is the Three of Cups in reverse. Now, the Three of Cups traditionally is, coming together in celebration. This is in reverse. This tells me, these three women here are like, yeah, no, don't like that. And for me, Three of Cups, the word that comes to mind for me when I see this one is brujas. Brujas. So sorcerer, witches. So it just talks to me about just, shady I'm hearing shite, shady shite in the background. The energy I have right now is like, I've done other readings on like this shady shite, and yes, it keeps coming through. However, it's not coming through heavy right now. This wall, and these vultures, and we're gonna just, let this stuff get alchemized and transmuted and transformed over there. We created a boundary. It's gone. It's cleared. And possibly that is the message. This is why I needed to persist and to keep going. Because I didn't, remember that point. I guess I am going to be publishing this. This is why we needed to know. Okay, there is a clear boundary. You are protected. Connect with the grandmas. The maternal aspects in your lineages. And it's looking like, this could be like really healed. This could be really healed. So I feel called. One card is to go here. And which one are we going to take? It's going to kind of wrap up this whole message, it feels like. Which deck, ancestors, guides? Earth warriors? Okay. I'm gonna go Earth warriors. Okay. Put you back there. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Kind of the closing message, or closing teaching I'm hearing. All right, that's the closing teaching here for this beautiful collective. And it's going to go in the middle. Yeah. All right. Right there. Thank you. Okay. To the collectives, beautiful, loving guides, ancestors, familiar spirits. What is the closing message? Actually, I want to ask specifically to the wolf spirit, the spirit of the teacher. What is the closing message for today? The spirit of the teacher. There we go. Ooh. Something's feeling inflexible. There we go. Something feels like you've had to persevere through it. I'm hearing taking gentle caution. All right, to the wolf spirit one more time. There we go. What teaching do we need to hear most today? Just one card, please. There it is. Thank you. All right. Tawodi, kin of the red-tailed hawk. I cannot remember. Oh, and then underneath the deck, medicine horse. Progress on the path. Okay, lots of animals are coming through. Right? We talked about the animal familiars. We've got cow for abundance. We have the hawk spirit, the red-tailed hawk. And then we've got the horse. Ooh. All right, I'm going to just read. There's a very big reading in here, but I'm just going to read just a little bit of it so we can see what the closing message is. On the sacred wings of red-tailed hawk, a divine message comes through. Your spiritual maturity has evolved into genuine power and discernment. You have earned your stripes. Acknowledgement is granted. Trust yourself in your destiny. You are ready for your next steps. Trust in your sense of timing, which is excellent and inspired. Allow Spirit to support you as you hover until the moment comes for you to fearlessly plunge into your forthcoming adventure. Wow. A divine message is here for you now, so be open to the signs from the universe. You are more spiritually mature than you may realize. You have an ability to share wisdom and honesty with your people. If you are still searching for your soul tribe, trust yourself. You will recognize them instinctively when you meet them, even if on the outside they seem different to you. You are seeing things clearly, so trust your vision and have patience. Speak your truth, but do so with compassion, because your words have greater influence than you may realize. When the moment is right, take action. A way will be shown for you to manifest your spiritual light in this world in practical ways. Wow. Okay. So you'll be getting a message on your path here. And I'm also hearing you're going to find kin, like people, coming together. So trust your intuition, okay? Trust your guides. Be the teacher and allow yourself to be taught. And now I'm starting to feel like a teacher, so I'm just going to wrap this up. Yeah, okay. Any last messages? I don't think so. So then I'm going to ask, invite you to take a deep breath in and out, to say thank you, to my guides, for this time that we got to spend together in this reading. I'd like to invite you to please subscribe, like, share, comment, check out my other offerings. If you'd like a personal reading, check out my sacred shop, and from my heart to yours. Amigwe, chakoyu. Hi, hi.